So it can automate drones for precision landing, docking station control, all the automated workflows that should happen at that docking station, plus the cloud where you can monitor, see live video feed, mission planning, mission scheduling, all of that.
You're listening to the Drone Radio Show podcast, the show about drones and the people who use them for business, fun, and research. Hosted by Randy Goers.
Hello, everyone. This is Randy Goers, and welcome to the Drone Radio Show podcast, episode 345. What's the latest in drone-in-a-box solutions? For that question, we head to India and Miami to speak with Achal Negi, Head of Business Development for Flytbase, and Curt Lary, Lead Engineer and CEO of Hextronics. Flytbase is a Silicon Valley company that has built the world's first Internet of Drones platform to automate and scale drone operations. Hextronics is an engineering and manufacturing company that designs and produces scalable autonomous drone hardware solutions in a cost-effective manner. Both companies are leaders in their respective verticals, and they have formed a partnership to produce a powerful, low-cost autonomous drone-in-a-box solution. In this episode of the Drone Radio Show, Achal and Curt talk about Flytbase and Hextronics, their drone-in-a-box product and software, and the future of autonomous drone operations. But before we hear from Achal and Curt, I want to thank those of you who are supporting my funding campaign. Whether it's $1, $100, or much more, you can help defray the cost of production and keep the podcast going and growing. Go to droneradioshow.com/donate. And by the way, if you have a great story on the use of drones that you'd like to share in a podcast, contact me at randy@droneradioshow.com. So let's learn about drone-in-a-box solutions with Achal Negi of Flytbase and Curt Lary of Hextronics. Let's pick up the interview where I asked Curt and Achal to introduce themselves.
So I'm Curt Lary. I'm the CEO and lead engineer here at Hextronics, where we make products for drone autonomy.
Hi, I am Achal Negi. I'm the Director of Business Development and part of the leadership team at Flytbase. At Flytbase, we build software to automate drones for various use cases.
So let's talk about the companies. Achal, can you tell us about Flytbase's services and what it delivers to its clients?
So Flytbase, or our flagship product FlightNow, it is a leading drone autonomy platform. It enables you to deploy fully automated drones with docking stations by making them intelligent and cloud connected. These drone-in-the-box solutions can be deployed for construction work, monitoring, security, first response, inspections. We believe this would be the common way of deploying drones in the near future. FlightNow with Hextronics, we are bringing this drone-in-the-box technology to the masses. So the drone-in-the-box technology makes your drone operation 10x more efficient, and it is now available at 1/10 the price of the traditional DIB systems.
Curt, how about Hextronics?
Hextronics basically is hardware. We put everything together, essentially making the box that houses the drone and integrates the software in order to enable the precision landing that the FlightNow team has developed and put so much time and the reliability that we've gotten out of it. So really our main flagship product has started out being the Hextronics Global. And starting off, we decided, hey, if we're going to make a drone station, it's really got to be top of the line and provide a niche feature that not other stations have. And so that's why we've spent the time in the R&D in order to make it a battery swapping system. This enables the drone to be up and ready to go again after it's depleted its initial battery, to be in the air again in less than 3 minutes, which is very much not seen in the industry and in many drone stations, mainly because they focus on charging. But we decided to add the extra complexity in order to make a product that is truly powerful. So with this, the industries we can serve are security and construction. However, we are seeing growth in agriculture and first response, among a few other fields as well.
Does Hextronics design its own boxes, Or does it build the boxes designed by Flytbase?
So we design the products and we work closely with the FlightNow team to make sure their software works and is hosted within the product.
Hextronics does the hardware piece, so they are really great in building the docking station, which are the drone hangars where the drone sits, whether it be really cold or hot temperatures. They have stations where you can house the drone, and it has their own battery swapping technology. And where we come into the picture is we provide the software which goes on the docking station as well as the cloud. So it can automate drones for precision landing, docking station control, all the automated workflows that should happen at that docking station, plus the cloud where you can monitor, see live video feed, mission planning, mission scheduling, all of that. So we are the software part and Hextronic is the hardware part.
How does the client get their software solutions customized?
We have a platform using which you can build any kind of custom workflows. So essentially, we provide APIs using which you can build add-on on the base platform. So suppose you could be flying on a construction site where we come into the picture is we will help you automate the data collection. Now you might need an add-on where you need to post-process that data, analyze that data. So using these APIs, you can have an add-on on top of it where you can do photogrammetry or you can do volumetric analysis, etc., depending upon the use case.
We've mentioned drone in a box a couple of times, and most people in the industry are familiar with it. But Curt, maybe you can give us a brief description of what really constitutes a drone in a box.
How I kind of describe it to my grandma is it's a little home for a flying robot, essentially with a high-powered camera. And so what really constitutes it is an exterior frame that protects the drone from harsh weather conditions and also charges the drone or swaps the battery of the drone in order for it to be able to fly again without any human intervention. A system like this should be able to be operated completely remotely from across the planet. You can control our station through simple network connection. And with this, the drone's visual feed or any other feeds or controls that the drone has is accessible and readily available for launch from one of these drone stations. Now, a lot of things that people in the field definitely need to consider when building a drone station is the cooling system, because as we've made our station in the heart of Miami, Florida, doing research and development over the summer, an aluminum or plastic casing around a automatic drone system with batteries made of something like lithium polymer definitely don't like getting to high temperatures. In short, it's a nice air-conditioned house for a drone.
I hadn't really thought about the cooling aspect. How does adding a cooling element affect the size of the box?
Our box is roughly 30 by 30 by 14 inches. And we were able to make it compact because we actually designed one of the smallest compressor-based cooling systems ever. And that kind of just mounts right on the back and uses standard techniques of HVAC that something like your house uses. Much smaller scale, yeah.
In addition to the size and the cooling, what makes your drone in a box different from other boxes?
The main thing that most will notice is the price. The price definitely is something that we've been working to bring down for the longest time, and it's because we are, for one, able to use off-the-shelf hardware of drones that are in reliable and rapid production across the world. And then also, of course, it is our battery swapping cooling system combo, as well as the integration of many reliable autonomous systems within the station. We have a couple different computers that kind of double or even triple check themselves sometimes to make sure that the drone is ready to fly, that the station is online and healthy, and also that the batteries being charged are all healthy as well. Doing this whole combo, it's kind of like we do all the hard work, so the customer just clicks launch.
Can the status of those conditions be easily monitored by the client?
Exactly, yes. We have a central dashboard where all of that information is displayed, and they can easily track even something as detailed as the current draw of battery number 4 to ensure that it's not an abnormal charge cycle. Things like this, and we're working to build algorithms to do automatic battery charge cycle analysis but that's coming out in the next update.
Achal, what industries or situations would most likely use the drone-in-a-box solution?
We have been working into commercial industry for really long, and drones are being used various industries. So everybody has realized that the true potential of the commercial drones would only come when they are fully autonomous. So essentially, drone in the box could help you in any kind of vertical where you're doing for construction, security, public safety inspections, etc. So the core fundamentals where it would actually create a bigger impact is where you have very high frequency flying, where you'd have to fly daily, multiple flights to cover that area, or you need frequent data collection of each and every part. Or maybe you need an emergency response where on demand you wish to send the drone and get the live situational awareness. For example, public safety officials are looking into this, where they can deploy the drone from back of their pickup truck and send the drone at an active shooter kind of scenario. Security and surveillance cases where you need to deploy this in a remote area where it's harder to find any security personnel guards to actually look over the area, or the area is so big that it's very difficult to cover through human or a car patrol. This could come really handy where you are doing security surveillance. Next up is construction, as I said, where you have large sites and you need daily or weekly progress monitoring, where stakeholders could be setting up right across the country or other part of the world, and they want to take a quick look of what's going on at that site. So the use cases are endless. The fundamentals are same, where you need frequent data collection. You don't want somebody to go over there, fly the drone, then take the data, upload it to cloud and process. That's a whole long process there if you are doing that. This is going to automate and provide a great efficiency and ROI to the user.
How is the data handled?
All the data is being live streamed. So you have a live stream where you can get the SD live stream and see the live situational awareness as well as capture that. You can also access all the high quality 4K data from the drone's internal storage or SD card, and that gets uploaded as the drone is flying or after the mission is done. So since it's a large data, it takes some time to upload, but then it is available to you remotely. You don't have to go there and pull out the SD card.
Is the software capable of providing mission planning, especially autonomous planned missions?
This is the base feature where you can have mission planning or flight plans around your facility. You can schedule it, so you can put it on the calendar that I need it every hour, or I want 24/7, where I want drone to come back, charge, swap the battery, and go again, and keep doing that on the loop. So that is definitely possible. With the APIs, you could also have integrations with your alarm systems. So suppose an alarm goes off at a particular area, it can automatically trigger the drone. Now, since you have an active drone in the box system like Hextronics, you can now send the drone to that particular location, and that raises an alarm on the dashboard. So people can see on their mobile phone or their laptop and quickly get an access. It also gets integrated to your traditional security systems. There are a lot of video management systems which are being used worldwide by all the enterprises, so it can be seamlessly integrated into their existing system.
I had always thought of a drone in a box as being stationary, but you offer the possibility of a mobile option, right?
So this comes with the Hex truck, and it's something that we've designed for a while. All of our use cases from the customers we shipped to initially, they said, wow, this is amazing. And they're like, so can I put it on my truck? And we're thinking to ourselves, okay, that's not our initial thought about what you would do with a drone station, but it makes complete sense. It's basically a immediate chopper on demand for things like first response and search and rescue. Chopper deployments can definitely be timely and expensive. And that is one solution that they're looking at very keenly, as well as for construction monitoring to justify really using a drone station for one site might not be the case because it's only a small development. But if there's many different construction sites in an area, then they can pull up the truck to a location just for a few hours or for a couple days in order to perform the automatic analysis, inspection, and also security that the standard system would provide, and then pack it up and drive away just like it was another day.
How can users get a mobile drone in a box?
There's a couple options. You can just get the standard Hextronics Global unit. And then there's also the truck mounting kit, which basically has all the shock dampers and the bed mounting bolts and everything that's necessary to retrofit it on an existing truck bed. However, there's something exciting that we're showing soon that's kind of an on-demand, instantly deployable command center for a drone-in-the-box technology to be on a fully customized high-tech truck.
If someone wanted a mobile version, would Hextronics install it on their vehicle?
We would have trained technicians or specialists in their area be able to understand our installation guide and documents, and they'd be able to take it from there. Or if the customer is brave enough, they can do it themselves.
We opened today's show talking about the partnership between Flytbase and Hextronics. Can each of you comment on the importance of establishing strategic partnerships in this industry?
So drone industry has been, again, really focused on each and every geography where you have a drone service provider located in that particular area. Now, these drone service providers really understand what are the needs of their users, end users, regulatory permissions, what are the compliance they need to abide with, and all the other details. So we've been working closely with drone solution providers all across the globe, where we have several partners in almost every continent now, where they are right now leveraging this technology and deploying it for the customers. So 2021 was a great year where most of these users got hands on the docking station or drone-in-the-box technology first time in their life. Previously, it was very difficult because it was very expensive. With Hextronics, now it is really, really affordable, it is efficient, and they can start thinking about scaling these operations. So we are partnering with drone service providers around the globe who are going and deploying these units for the end users. Of course, there are several end users who have their own drone expertise in-house, who have been using drones manually for constructions, for energy plants, for oil and gas. And now they are adopting drone-in-the-box technology in-house. So they already have trained experts, and the system is as easy as today the way they fly drones. So they can easily adopt the technology.
As many people are familiar with the drone space, it's a big puzzle, and we are just trying to be a piece in the puzzle as Hextronics. And along with it is many details, such as the software, there's the regulatory aspect, there's the user, there's the service provider, and all of these groups coming together is really what is going to make this system and this technology possible and scalable for use across the globe. And so we're always open for conversations with people who are looking to become distributors of the technology in their region, and also people who are able to understand the regulatory landscape in their region as well, so that the customer does not have to deal with any sort of hassle to set up their technology.
How easy is it for clients to actually use the drone in a box?
We are making it as easy as like using your phone. So you just get the docking station, you follow a few simple steps, turn it on, and you'd be good to go. So the system interface is quite intuitive, where you'd be able to go through steps one by one, get a quick walkthrough, and you'd be good to go to fly your first autonomous mission.
What do users need to know about maintaining the boxes?
The maintenance of one of these stations, we're making it so that the batteries are really the thing that would need to be the first thing addressed. So, I mean, that's after a couple thousand flights where you run through the suggested maximum flights per battery in order to ensure the health of the battery and also ensure the longevity of your flight. And of course, we do also have a compressor-based cooling system, but these systems are designed to run for something like 3 to 5 years without requiring maintenance. And so that's really as long as it should be.
Sort of like our automobile system warning lights.
Exactly, yes. We're working to make sure that even something as simple as a single battery having a weird charge, the customer is notified by. And of course, we have internal temperature, climate control settings so that everything inside the environment is regulated automatically. And if there is anything outside of applicable bounds, we're working to make the customer notified.
Achal, is there anything special about the drones themselves?
these are mostly the drones which they are already using or off-the-shelf drones which are easily available, and they can also buy that in large scale, because if they wish to deploy a lot of drones on their mining sites, construction sites, they should be able to have enough supply. Most of the companies also have a large fleet of drones already, so they can just adopt the docking station and the software together and use the existing fleet, or they can just get the standard drone with the box.
If an operation is large enough to warrant multiple drones, can a single box house several of them?
Right now, we are at one box, one drone.
Is there anything that we missed that we should talk about?
If we need to just break down our drone in the box technology for drone industry or people who are actually adopting this. So if we break down the components, this is really about three core components in technology, and then of course the operations and regulations. So you need to choose a reliable drone hardware. So like most preferred ones are like DJI Mavic 2s or M300, or the reliable hardware you're using. Then you need a smart and affordable docking station. So Hextronics is doing a great job where they have a battery swapping mechanism that really helps lower down the downtime as well as the maintenance cost or the things associated with the maintenance, because you have now multiple batteries. And then you need a hardware agnostic edge and cloud software. So something which can automate your edge as well as cloud. So you can make that drone and docking station autonomous. The software is provided by Flyte now, as well as you need capabilities where you can extend its functionality. So the API platform come into the picture. And now, of course, working with partners, they would know what kind of operation methods, SOPs, SORA guidelines they need to have for that particular geography to get regulatory permissions, waivers for that region. So people who are in drone industry, they can easily adopt this. They can just get the docking station and software. They can use their own drone and they can get approvals in their own geography. And that is what is happening right now with our existing partners for a couple of years.
How does the drone in a box fit into the requirements for beyond visual line of sight?
The framework for BV loss is still being defined, and we have been searching for solutions like this. We even found some things like ground-based detect and avoid systems. We found UTM systems, and then applying for the waivers where sometimes it's just unique per case by case basis. The industry definitely needs some sort of cookie cutter type framework so that this technology can be applied more than just one-off situations, because we know that many waiver filings take long periods of time in order to pass through. And if this industry is going to scale or people are going to use this technology as much as they can, we really need a good regulatory framework that is safe, but also enables the technology to be used for many of the cases that it brings the most value. And so we're going to work on this together, and we are just trying to be a component in the whole system, and we want to comply by any means necessary to make it the easiest and simplest way for customers across the globe in order to activate and really use the capability of beyond visual line of sight drone flight.
In the United States, is there an organization or a subcommittee where all of this can be vetted?
There are some things like the FAA's Beyond program, and we're focusing and just starting to get involved in things like this. However, the process is long and we'll work to go through it as much as we can. But what we really are looking for is a scalable type of approach where something can just come with the product that essentially certifies it for BV loss. And we just need to understand and work with the key individuals involved to make this a reality.
Achal, worldwide and in other countries, what's been your experience?
Everybody is taking different approach, but of course, the end goal is to have a safer operation and reliable operations. So what we have observed is every country has their own process right now, because of course, there are no rules defined. But the customers who are actually adopting this and are getting waivers are mostly the government or the local administration, or looking to deploy this in a neighborhood, or looking to deploy it on borders or the coastal lines. So they are working out, they are flying, they're using initial systems, they are demonstrating that to the regulatory authorities to build a safety case. Then they are doing that SORA and different guidelines that they need to follow to get those kind of waivers. Like if you look at Australia, look at Southeast Asia, Middle East, we are seeing good adoption there where people are looking to scale these technology and deploy drones beyond visual line of sight.
And for my final question, what message would you like to leave regarding the future of autonomous UAS operations? Curt, would you like to start?
I would just like to say, when you all are looking back on this a few years down the line and everything's figured out and the drones are able to do many of the tasks that we initially did not even imagine they would be capable of. And just the fact that they'd be able to do things like autonomous inspection of houses, of construction sites, of solar panels, of wind farms, of coral reefs, of like ecology of beaches, all these things. Our goal is to build the technology that will enable us to use drones to save the planet. I know it sounds weird, but we just got to be working to use technology to either advance how we tackle some of the problems that we're currently wrestling with when it comes to the environment and society. And we just want to build a tool that will enable a higher and more comprehensive perspective on challenges that many geographies face. And so the message we would leave is, when looking back, just remember it wasn't always this easy.
Yes, on the same lines, when we started in the drone industry, again, we did not have that reliable drones to fly. But today, when you're flying a drone, you don't think twice, it just flies. Now that's going to happen with the entire automated system. Today, most likely when we look out of the window, we don't see a drone flying, but that was the case years back for smartphones or 100 years back with cars and any technology like that. So that future is not so far where you'd be able to see the drones doing delivery, flying on a construction site in fully autonomous way, and it will seem like magic. So we need to come together to design this future for a better and safer world. Everybody could come together and contribute as per the geography, the technology that they're using, and contribute to a better and safer world.
That's it for episode 345 of the Drone Radio Show. I hope you enjoyed hearing from Achal Negi of Flytbase and Curt Lary of Hextronics. I want to thank Achal and Curt for taking the time to speak with me. If you want to learn more about Flytbase or Hextronics, or want to connect with Achal and Curt, check out the web pages at flytbase.com or hextronics.tech. If you like the Drone Radio Show, please consider supporting the podcast with a small donation. The content is always free, but for as little as $1, you can help defray the cost of production. To donate, go to droneradioshow.com/donate. And thanks for listening. Your support means a lot to me, and I hope you'll listen to more episodes of the Drone Radio Show podcast to hear how others are using drones for business, fun, and research. For the Drone Radio Show, I'm Randy Gores.
This has been the Drone Radio Show podcast. More information on today's show can be found on our website at www.droneradioshow.com. If you're using drone technology for business, fun, or research and would like to share your experience on the show, please visit our website and fill out a guest appearance application. And don't forget to follow us on your favorite social media channels.